Play Vinícius Sobral aqui e hoje eu tô aqui pra conversar com uma personalidade que tá vindo lá dos Estados Unidos pra vir conversar com a gente de um reality que, sério, eu tô amando, um reality sobre suspense chamado The Traitors. E ela também é conhecida por participar de um reality sobre as mulheres de New Jersey. Então eu tô aqui com Dolores Catania. So Dolores, it's a pleasure to have you here.
So nice to meet
Thank you so much. Have time to enjoy Brazil?
I just got here.
Yeah, I imagine that.
Yeah, I just got here, but I'm excited. I've always wanted, this is a dream come true. I've always
It's your
wanted.
first time here?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've always wanted to come here. It's the home of the Brazilian butler.
So, Dolores, for the people who don't know the dynamic behind of the Traitors, can you explain in your own words about the show, how this works?
Well, the show it's an immersive show. It's in Scotland. The one I did is in Scotland. And it's about deception, loyalty, survival. If you ever played the game Clue or Mafia, you have to figure out who the murderer is in the group. But the thing about this is when you get to this castle in Scotland, you're secluded from the rest of the world. They take your phone. They take your internet away. You don't get to really watch TV. You don't have any access to the outside world. You're totally immersed in this game. And every night somebody gets murdered or banished. So it's very scary. You have to learn how to survive every day. You have to strategically get through the day and learn who to trust. Like I could talk to you about who do you think's the traitor? You could be the traitor.
Yeah, it's amazing. I never had the opportunity to saw, and I saw a couple of days ago, and it's amazing. Very tense. Yeah, I love it.
It's very tense, and I'm actually watching all the episodes right now from season 1. Now that I played the game, I really want to learn the way people think. You really do see how people crack under pressure, why they don't trust someone who's telling the truth, but yet they trust someone who's lying. It's a real look at human nature.
Yeah, it's crazy to see, but it's very, very awesome. So I saw on podcast that you made, and you say the Traitors is the best experience of my life. Can you share more about this?
So the Traitors was the best experience, the best surprise experience of my life. You know, one day I was at Watch What Happens Live, and Andy Cohen came in my dressing room and he said, "Would you play the Traitors?" Now this has already been a phenomenon. Everybody's crazy about the show. However, me and my busy lifestyle was not privy to what's the Traitors. And he's my boss. Of course I'll do the Traitors. And then the next day I get a call to get ready to pack my bags and go through this rigorous physical exam, mental exam. I'm like, what is this? And I had to binge watch the Traitors. And so I really went there kind of blindsided to what I was getting into.
This is good because you have your own experience.
It was my own experience. And I didn't try to play. I just tried to survive.
Yeah.
And because of that, I won.
Yeah, this is very good. So how does it feel when you see yourself getting the castle? It's very, very beautiful, very handsome.
Oh, it's breathtaking. Scotland is beautiful. You're standing in front of a castle and we pull up to all of these people like with masks on and they're chanting and it's scary to me. It's you know.
It's very dark.
It's very dark. I'm very Catholic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's going on here? My mother wouldn't like where I am. And I'm looking and there's people on the roof chanting with sticks. And then I look around and of course there's some familiar faces. You don't know who's going until you show up. Of course, me and Dorinda are friends, so we confided in each other that we were going. We used the same stylist, but I only knew that a couple days before I went. And then I started to see my friend Chanel Ayan was there. I didn't know she was going. The other players I wasn't familiar with, the gamers. I've never watched Big Brother or Survivor. They're different human beings.
This is good for the experience.
Yeah.
It's very, very good.
You get to learn a lot about people, you know?
Yeah, you meet a lot of people. This is good. So, the scene when you discover in the first episode that everyone's going to think you are a traitor because you're sacrificing yourself in this very test is very funny. Your reaction.
I didn't realize that's what I was doing because I just explained to you I didn't know how to play the game, and I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna think we're.
It's the best. What did you think at the time?
I was like, oh man. What am I gonna do now? And then Dorinda's like, I got off because of you. What if I get killed? And then that night she got killed. I felt guilty. I felt like, I'm like, Dorinda, maybe you're not going to like it here anyway,
Yeah.
And we were on that raft for a long time.
Yeah,
It was cold.
Yeah, so how was to be stuck in that platform and watch everyone leaving and you?
I was like pissed off then. But when you do something nice for somebody, you have to do it with a smile. You can't take it back. Oh, I did this. We did it for the sake of the other people because we're housewives, right? Mm-hmm. And we weren't thinking like gamers.
Yeah.
We were thinking like,
your life.
Like this is what we would do for people. We would sacrifice ourselves, and the other gamers weren't getting off. A matter of fact, Brittany was sitting next to me and she was getting in the way. She should got off.
So after that test, you became a target, and in the other day, you lost a friend. How was this first days in the game?
So Dorinda was so sure she was leaving. She's like, it's going to be me. Because she came back to the house. She was very angry that they didn't wait for us to eat. And she was mad. And being Dorinda, she was just being a housewife. She was telling everybody off. And everybody got offended. So, of course, they were like, well, let's get rid of her. Because she was the most boisterous one that night. And the next morning, when we were getting ready to go for breakfast...
The breakfast is very intense. Because you don't know who is going to...
You don't know. Because after you're done filming, you are totally secluded. You are not allowed to speak to anybody till the next day. So you don't know who's not showing up to breakfast.
Like a mystery.
Yeah, and I felt like bad. And it's kind of weird at first, but after a while, the castle gets very eerie as people leave you. And it made me think about death in a way. Like, as you get older and you lose people closer and closer to you in your life, it's a very empty feeling.
Yeah, I can imagine that. So, what was your main strategy to be strong in the game into the victory like a faithful?
My main strategy was to gain the trust of everybody. I didn't know strategically how to play the game, but I did what I knew how to do. And I knew how to be like the mother of the castle. I wanted to be a piece of home for everybody. I treated people like my kids when I meet them. Like, if you're younger than me, I'm going to treat you like I'm here for you. What do you need? Let me make you feel good. Do you need a hug? This is what I do. So there's two ways to win. There's a strategic way, and there's a way to, as the Godfather says, keep your enemies closer.
If you were a traitor in the game, what would be your strategy if you need to have one?
It would be the same as I played last time. It was to gain the trust of everyone. That is what a traitor has to do. A good traitor will do that. And the reason Bob the drag queen got voted out as the first traitor to go was because he was too mouthy. He was pissing people off. And you have to, like I said, even if you don't like someone, you gotta play nice. You gotta play nice in the sandbox if you want to survive.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do.
Yeah.
Under pressure.
So in the game, you often don't vote with everyone else. How did you stay true to your feelings in the game?
That's my life. I didn't always go with the popular vote, even in Housewives world. There are times I had friends that not everybody agreed with, and I don't even agree with them, but I don't turn on them as a friend. So it was hard to vote for people who you got close with. As time went on, it was easier, right? But I voted for people who, when I did vote, I did feel there was a reason for me to think they were a traitor. I voted for the first traitor, and I voted for the last traitor. That was good enough for me. But in between, again, I'm not a gamer. So I didn't know what these people were capable of. Like, I didn't know somebody would swear on their kids and look me in the eye and say, I'm not a traitor. And another person would spend the whole day taking care of you, making sure you finish the mission. I saw how Boston Rob was with Sierra. So I was looking at them as people and not as players. But they're players, so they look at everybody as players.
Yeah, the housewife was very different from the other people because the other people came to another of realities. They need to survive from that. And
right.
You just live your life and show that on reality. So it's very different.
We survive in a different way.
Yeah.
We're tough. See, so we can handle, like, you could hang me out of a helicopter. I'm fine all day. But, you know, do I want to vote my friend out? I have your back. You're a traitor. I have your back, though.
Yeah.
I would play different now, though. I wouldn't play like that again. Subscribe to Universal Plus on Wallplay.
Eu senti falta disso.